I replayed Days Gone by Ben Studios. This game is a narrative game, and in my own words, I say narrative games are like playing a movie, but you are in control of the pacing. Originally, this game was a PlayStation exclusive, but I heard it moved to PC recently. In this game, you play as Deacon, a man who was once a former soldier and a nomad of a former biker gang, the Mongrels. Now, he uses these skills of his past life to survive in a world full of zombies called freaks. The game takes place in Oregon, 2 years after the initial outbreak. On the day of the outbreak, Deacon takes the love of his life, Sarah, to a helicopter because she is severely wounded and needs medical attention, forcing the two of you to separate during this horror show. But you were given a location of where the chopper was headed. Deacon and Boozer, your best friend, pretty much a brother, he even calls your wife his little sister. This man is a ride or die. The two of you were able to escape the city from all the commotion, but once you arrive to the refugee camp where Sarah was supposed to be, it is overrun by freaks. You and Boozer cleared the whole camp, one freak at a time, but there are no survivors. Not even the military was able to stop the freaks. And there was no sign of Sarah. Deacon loses his mind. He just gave the love of his life, assuming she'd be safe, but instead, he breaks from the guilt and the horror that he may have just stirred up his wife to the zombies. Deacon spends the next 2 years killing zombies and looking at each one in the face to see if that rotting mess is in his wife. He even returns to the camp frequently, taking Sarah's favorite flowers to give to her grave, so he can talk to her and tell her how his day has been. Despite mourning her, Deacon holds hope or delusion that Sarah is still alive somewhere out there. Now, 2 years after that day, Deacon and Boozer are trying to survive and make some kind of a living in the ruined world where there are all sorts of undead walking around. You and Boozer go day by day by taking bounties hunting freaks or criminals to earn credits given by the survival camps. But one day, your boy Boozer gets hurt by some crazy humans called Rippers. These crazy fanatics believe everything from the world before the outbreak should be removed and want everyone to be scarred up like them, and those who don't fit the bill get unalive painfully. You save Boozer. By the time you reach him, he is mortally wounded, and just like 2 years ago, Deacon is helpless, as the only thing he can do is watch as what is left of his family suffers, and the wounds on his heart tear deeper as the guilt piles on even harder. In this game, you may think it's another zombie shooter, but in this game, it's not only do you have to work up some better gear to hunt down freaks, but you also have to kit out your bike. Personally, I think your bike is more important than your weapons, because you may not be able to fight off a horde of freaks, but you can definitely trust your bike as a last-ditch effort to escape. The gameplay of Days Gone is mission progression. For every mission you complete, you get progressively closer to finishing that storyline, and there will be many storylines to complete. Some can be completed in a few missions, others span the whole game, and when you complete a storyline, you get a special paint job for your bike. And for clearing the Horde storyline, you not only will earn a paint job, but you also can earn weapons, otherwise unobtainable, even attachments to the special weapons. Well, that is if you have what it takes to hunt down 100 plus or even 200 plus freaks at once. And don't go thinking this game doesn't have special infected, because there are freaks with strange mutations that cause them to be different than the average freak, and it can be a real challenge just facing one of these specials by themselves. Not only do you have some sort of missions like finding medicine for Boozer or clearing out nearby freak nest, but there are also enemy camps with some sort of the most despicable criminals taking advantage of what the world has become to wreak havoc freely. Clearing out these bandit camps gets you a new bed to sleep in, a gun safe to manage your weapons, and a new crafting recipe to help you rain destruction on the freaks. And the game even gives ammo and resources that respawn at every safe house. Along with finding bunkers at enemy camps, you can find Nero checkpoints. And like the bunkers, you get a bed, a gun safe, but rather than getting a new toy to play with, you find medicine injections that can permanently boost your health, stamina, or focus. When I first played this game a few years ago, I absolutely loved it, and I was shocked that this game wasn't at the same popularity as the new God of War. This game has amazing gameplay and a strong story that makes me want to keep playing so I can help my boy Boozer hunt down freaks and bandits alike, and routinely talking to my dead wife about the problems or the thoughts in my head. I think I was still in high school when I first played this game, and I was trying to tell all my friends about this hidden gem of a game. But now, I get to all of you. And as a little tip for me, who's played this game nearly 3 times over, gas management. As you ride, you will run low on gas, but bigger tanks are a must, because you don't have to get there fast, you just have to get there, period. You can buy gasoline and bullets at the camps, but you'd have to spend some credits on these things. But you can actually find free gas and bullets, even medkits and uncraftable explosives, if you know where to look. Near every safe house, there is a gas can that never empties. You can just fill your bike up, and you can find ammo cases that respawn given enough time. And if you look at here at this particular saloon, there is free ammo, a melee weapon, a pipe bomb, and a med kit. All these resources respawn too. There's this other house here that gives you, I think, 2 medkits, some ammo, and other loots. But all that's free loot that you can just simply farm for explosive bullets, saving you credits to save it for better bike parts and for better guns. And well, with all that said, that's all I have for you today. And if you like my content and you want to see me pop up more often in your algorithm, you should like, comment, subscribe. And with that said, thank you for watching.